nice. I think I went live like just as the song started. Wow. So I played RuneScape without sound, basically, so the sound isn't too nostalgic for me. But it's certainly something, isn't it? Oh, nice. All the buttons still work. Yeah, I haven't played this in a while. It's on Steam. Oldschool RuneScape, as well as, you know, normal RuneScape, are on Steam. I don't know if classic RuneScape is still a thing. That would be interesting to find out, actually. But yeah, welcome. My name is Ryan, also known as Ink. And today we're going to be playing something a bit different. An MMO from my childhood. Called RuneScape. I guess this was RuneScape 2.0. And then classic RuneScape was like 2D RuneScape, but in a 3D world, if that makes any sense. Like two-dimensional sprites. And then RuneScape 3, I think, is the like latest version. Which is basically the same thing, just with some tweaks. Yeah, it's not it's not four-dimensional, don't worry. Gotta think of a name. Can you see my mouse as well? Oh, it's hard to know. I don't think you can. Let's just try Ink Live and see if that comes up. Ink Live. That's available. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wow. Head? Oh, that means hair. I might go for a wizard kind of look. Long beard. Oh my god. I remember these. Right, so the torso and the arms are different. Yeah. I remember this one. I remember liking this one quite a lot. Like the shoulder pads. So it's not very wizardy. Go for a little bit of detail there. Hands? No thanks. No hands. Oh my god, this music. I think there's just two types of feet. Long feet and not long feet. Yeah, we'll go a wizened old man. Who wears blue? Yeah? Yeah. Oh yeah, and gender. No, we'll be an old man. The classic old man. I think you can change it as well. Like, whenever you want, you go to a guy in the game. Guy or girl, because there's sometimes a lady. I can't zoom in and out because I don't have a scroll wheel. Probably just gonna play like this. Greetings! I see you're a new arrival to the world of Gelinor. Gelinor? I did not know that was the name. My job is to welcome all new visitors, so welcome. I mean, I'm technically not new. You've already learned the first thing needed to succeed in this world, talking to other people. Oh no. That's the one thing I'm really bad at. You will find many inhabitants of the world have useful things to say to you. By clicking on them, you can talk to them. Before we get going, you'd be so kind as to let me know how much experience you have with old school RuneScape. That would be wonderful. I am experienced. I'm just going to say that and hopefully he stops talking.
Yes, I'm very experienced. Look at my big old beard.
Wonderful, thank you. This music is very distracting. So we look in our settings menu. Oh god, it's a full-on tutorial. PK skull prevention. Let's turn that on. Just so I don't accidentally attack anyone I don't mean to. But that's only in the wilderness. Oh, here we go, look. That's a bit more bearable. Right, that seems good. That's all fine as well. Click here to disable zooming while using the mouse wheel. How else do you zoom? There's got to be like another way, right? Oh, we can do it here. Oh, yes. I want it like about there. It's quite a big zoom. But you know, back in my day, you had no choice. We zoomed in real far. Looks like you made good progress. I think that... Yeah, there we go. I think I'm just gonna skip through a lot of this stuff. Okay, I remember this. Oh, wait. There's an important setting that I have to look for as well. Hopefully it's in here somewhere. Gameplay? Accept aid. I've never really known what this meant. When enabled, helpful spells that target other players can be cast on you. Oh, like healing and stuff? Hide roofs. Here we go. Bam. Now you're a pro. Scroll wheel can change zoom distance. No. We don't have one. Stop reminding us. Yeah, I remember all this place. This person teaches us how to fish and maybe also cut trees and cook. Yeah, they give us a fishing net. And this is all RuneScape is. Oh, it was like phone games before phone games. Just press things and waited for stuff to happen. Do I keep getting EXP? 63 right now. Oh, I do. I get 10. I think there's a thing where you can level up maybe like 5 times on Tutorial Island. The thing with Tutorial Island is that it's all very like easy to do. Like, I don't think these fishing spots move. In the smithing place that we'll see soon, I think that, yeah, there's a furnace like right next to the mining rocks, so like that's quite good to level up. Oh, we're level 2. It didn't really tell us. Level 2 fishing. I want to see how far it goes. Will she also give us an axe? Or like a hatchet? Oops. It doesn't keep fishing though. I suppose like... I suppose that's the workaround. Ugh. I am still like ill as well, so if you hear my voice like go really weird, that's why. Alright, let's see. Is this a bot? Because they're like... 10 buckets, huh? Because they're like default, man. I guess a lot of people don't really care what they look like. Excellent. Now for your fire making skill. Oh, and a tinder box. I forgot about that. Can I wield this? No, not yet. Them noises. If I do this. Managed to cook some shrimp. Oh, do I have to do these one at a time? Do I never burn them? Wow. Yeah, I'm also not playing this through Steam because I couldn't figure out how to, like... Oh no, I do burn them. How to log into another account through Steam. I guess I would have to make a new Steam account, and I wasn't prepared to do that, so I just downloaded the client itself. And the client doesn't have ads, which it used to. I guess that's fine. And yeah, these secondary skills always go up faster. So like cooking is secondary to like fishing, let's say. You always get more EXP. I guess it's because there's a risk that you can like mess it up and burn stuff. Let's just eat this. Let's just eat all of this. I had another thing I kind of wanted to do, and that was to try and not use the Grand Exchange, which is basically just like a big trade hub. But it's not that it makes the game too easy, it changes how you play it. So instead of like going to get something, you just buy it instead. And you start to think in terms of like really big business, where it's like, oh, I need to mine so many of such a thing and then sell it so that I can buy some crafting material. Like, you know, you sort of play to your strengths, which is good, but it's a bit too real. And it's like a whole economic system and stuff, which you can manipulate. Like, there's probably Discord groups out there that are so big that it's just like, oh, today we're going to buy all of these. And then they just like starve the market of that particular item. And then the next day they sell them at like double the price or something. That's probably a thing. But it doesn't matter too much because it's all a video game, and there might be caps as well. Like an item can't be more than a certain price and stuff like that. And there's always like NPC stores. So like if you wanted to buy, I don't know, like a new weapon or a new pickaxe, there's a guy that will sell you that in game. So you sort of don't have to rely on other people as such. Which is how it was in my day. Like the only person-to-person trading you could have done was standing in a bank and announcing what you wanted to sell or buy. We still get any XP? 96. No. We definitely not. So is level 3 the limit? Yeah, the cooking is... Oh, the cooking is exactly the same. Okay, level 3. That's what we want to go for. Every time. Is there not a way to drop all of these? I was too busy talking. there's also Iron Man. Which I think will get explained to us at the end of the tutorial. Oh, and fire making is also like secondary to wood cutting. So fire making is kind of easy, or easier to get up. Level 2. Can I not cut this tree? You've got enough logs for now. Won't let you have more than 3? Wow, that one went out fast. It's like, moving on. No. Yeah, so we're level 2 in that as well. Did I pick up those ashes? Yeah. I remember there's a quest with ashes. I just pick up a few. Yeah, this thing is new for me as well, this sort of counter for your EXP. That's pretty useful. Although I do remember... Isn't there a way to like set a number? Oh. Why won't it let me swap them? Don't understand. Did I hit level 3? Oh, it's gone over it because you get so much more EXP. Okay, we're level 3 in all those things. Moving on. Might be like the longest tutorial island ever. Oh, this guy's a cook. We've kind of mastered cooking. At least on tutorial island terms. Here we go. Is that all you wanted? Yeah, I guess it was. See ya! Eat your bread. What's next? Remember there's like an underground fighting bit as well. Tekken, hello. Welcome. To this very different game. Say about quests. Oh, okay. I kind of forgot about quests. Well, there's quite a lot of quests. Is there new quests? X marks the spot. I don't remember that one. Miss Thalan Mystery. I don't remember this either. Knight's Sword I remember. Goblin Diplomacy I remember. Below Ice Mountain, that sounds new as well. Wow. These like you need 10 mining. Wow. I'm such a noob. I'm not reading any of that. Onwards. Yeah, here we go. I need to cough. Yeah, this is the underground bit. Oh, but first, it's mining. My name is Inklive, a wizened old man. Not 10 mining, no. We are noob. Actually, you know what? we should get rid of as much as we can. Eating like 1 million shrimp. It's fine. Because we want... What is this? Tin? It's tin. We want 1 of these to 1 copper. And that'll make bronze. Is that a person? Yeah. Oh god. I've not seen those bots in a long time. Man. Okay, so where's the halfway point? Is it two rows here? Oh, it's 3, okay. The halfway point would be there. There. No, no more. No, stop. Fuck. Why didn't it stop? And then this is going to be the copper. The colors look a bit different to me. I remember this being like bright orange. It's kind of orange in the icon. Which is weird because like wouldn't copper ore be like kind of green? No idea what this game is, but you can keep me company whilst I do chores. I mean, this game is also chores. I guess any MMO is chores. But yeah, I wanted to. It's the time where I revisit old games. I was looking at like emulating old games as well. I'm trying to. How does this work? You eat the shrimp. Oh, here. I was trying to get my PlayStation 3 controller working with my PC, and then playing Final Fantasy VII through Steam, but then modding it so it has the correct old like button prompts, because that really annoyed me in the Steam version. But I'm thinking about just emulating the original, because then the button prompts are obviously going to be the original. Another option is buying the original and playing it, like emulating it through the PlayStation 3. But I've got the PlayStation 3 controller working now with... What does he want me to do now? With my PC. Which is great. Real good stuff. Oh, use the hammer. Oh, okay. What am I making? A dagger? Minecraft is pretty old. Not really. Minecraft is that new game that all the kids are playing. Right? That's what Minecraft is to me. We can make a mace? Cannot make this on Tutorial Island. Okay, so we can only make daggers on Tutorial Island. Damn. But I'll probably play Minecraft soon anyway. Oh yeah, that poll. It said that I either need to extend it or I need to refund the points. Ooh, it's level 3 already. So I might just extend it. Be told how to equip items later. Okay. Who do I talk to? Oh, I'm done here. Where's this guy? What level is he? Look, he's such a high level. Extend it, please. Okay. What if I do that now? Hold on. I want to see if I can. Just gotta log in to Twitch. Oh, I say log in. I gotta open Twitch in my browser. Okay. Yeah, so I can't actually see my mouse. Like, definitely can't. Wanted to check that as well. So dashboards? Oh, I don't remember where it is. Okay. Right, I might have to leave it for now. I can't find it. Oh, here. No, I got it. Number of days. Let's just extend it for a week. Right, that should be... Yeah, this should be available. It was on Channel Point Rewards as well, yeah. I just didn't see it. Okay. 5 minutes is all you need. But I could play Minecraft tomorrow, really. Do you want me to, like, play any particular thing? I was thinking about... Well, I could try out a few things, really. Oh, let's equip. The stab... Would it be better to have a pickaxe? No. No. Not really. I guess the dagger is faster as well. Less melee strength, but faster. Oh. It's complete. Oh. Did it only need 130 channel points? Wow. When he enters the cage when I say so. Oh. I'm sorry, sir. I was not paying attention. Yeah, it was 130. Okay. Well. There we go. Minecraft tomorrow. Yeah, I can try out the new update. The other thing I was thinking was like a minigame thing. Trying out, I forget exactly what it was called, but I think it was a Hypixel thing. And they had like loads of little minigames that were quite fun. I mostly liked the ones where you like build and they have to like guess what you build. Or no, they have to rank what you build, and you all build the same thing, and you have like a time limit. and the other one was you draw, and everyone has to like guess what you're drawing. I had trouble with that. Like the UI was a bit weird. Yeah, we want it on accurate. Also, let me just look in OBS to see what I stopped shooting when I tabbed out. It's smart. It knows when I'm tabbed out. You don't play Hypixel, so whatever is cool. Yeah, I'll probably try out the new stuff first. Capture cursor. I have it on capture cursor and it doesn't do it. Right, I've shot that rat. Okay, no worries. Right, now I want to get everything to level 3 here as well. Another option is to make a pure. Already done that, perhaps I should move on. Oh, fuck. Maybe I should make a pure then. So, a pure build would be... Like, there's a bit of a misleading thing, but most people think a pure build is like nothing but one thing. And maybe like a minimum of a certain amount of attack and stuff like that, so you can equip certain weapons. But I'm pretty sure that strength, ranged, and magic, if they're all the same level, or thereabouts, it doesn't affect your combat level. So having like 99 strength is the same as having 99 strength, 99 range, and 99 magic. Like, it doesn't go up anymore. It would only be if you had attack and defense. At least that's how I remember it, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. Take out a dagger. My dagger. Can't take it from me. What is this? A pole booth? What? Oh god. I sure hope it doesn't want me to do anything with that. Like, ever. No, it doesn't. Good. Hello, who are you? I'm the account guide. I'm here to tell you about your account. Oh, okay. Your character is your account. Okay. Account management. Inbox name changer. Oh. But is name changer for members? Oh, nice. You've got all these links and stuff. Wow. It's like, it's so much more improved than I remember this game. Like, they've added so many sort of quality of life things. Each world can hold up to 2,000 players. Wow. Is there like a quick world change as well? He's talking about membership. We'll just skip through all this. Is that the end? No, there's prayer. Prayer also increases your combat level. I probably won't use it. I might focus on skills first, and then think about if I want to be like a pure build, but it's a bit of a gimmick, really. Because I'm not going to do PvP. I don't think I'm going to be great at that. But maybe I want to be, like, just a mage. Or maybe I just don't care. Yeah, maybe I just do all the quests or something, you know? I shot the chicken. Bam. Travel to the mainland. Oh, I need to cough. I want to see if I use up all the runes. Which one's the magic one? This one. So can I only automatically attack with magic when I have a staff? I've already done it, I should move on. Oh, okay, fine. So he's asking about Iron Man. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. Oh, it's really tempting though. No, I don't think I'm going to. But that would just mean that if I die, it will delete my account. Which, like, is pretty fun, but it's very not fun when it happens, you know? So we're in Lumbridge. Oh, the map works much better. It comes up straight away. Back in my day, when you pressed the map button, you had to wait, like, a minute. No, maybe not that long. You had to wait a long time for it to, like, load. Can you move as well? You can move whilst the map is open. What is this? That's actually really good. Ranged combat, melee, magic. Let's talk to you. Adventurer, I'm the mage combat tutor. Would you like to learn about magic combat or perhaps how to make runes? About magic. How do I make runes? Can you toggle my runes to equip when I pick them up, please? What? Toggle my runes to equip when I pick them up? What does that mean? Claim. So I think claiming is they give you like a bunch of air runes and mind runes for when you're starting out. So I'm gonna claim them. And then pick up my old ones. Bam. Cheating. Alright, what should we do first? Oh, it's taking everything out of my bank again, I just noticed. And it didn't take the cooldown for this. So that's good. Alright, so my main challenge is going to be not to use the Grand Exchange. I'm not too bothered about being a pure as such. It might be kind of interesting, but yeah, I don't know. Wait, was there more runes? I remember there being a bank. Yeah, here. Okay, I don't need this. I kind of know how banks work. Right, so I'm thinking there's a quest here called like Cook's Assistant. And I'm pretty sure you just need a bunch of stuff to make a cake. Is it this guy? What am I to do? What's wrong with your face? Yeah, Duke's birthday. Gotta make him a lovely cake. Can you help me with the ingredients? Yeah. What do you need? I need milk, an egg, and flour. So I got this pot for the flour. I think I need a bucket for the milk. So look. But that should... Yeah, there we go. It started this quest. And then that tells me what I need. Another mind rune. Is it just the one each time? One, yeah. Crazy. Oh, I do want all my money. Yeah, we do have a bucket. Okay. I'm thinking of buying another pot and making even more flour than I need. I think another quest where I don't particularly need any skills is Romeo and Juliet, and I don't think I need anything for that. I don't need to collect anything. Oh, actually, there's a store here? Yeah. I would like one of your finest pots, please. Look at that. For just 126 coins, I could buy some rune plate body. Wow. Sorry, just coughing. Alright, so I need 2 wheat. Bargain. Yeah. Oh, this isn't wheat, this is chickens. But chickens lay eggs. And I do need an egg. Oh, there's one. I think this is the first time I've played this game with the music on. Oh, I was pressing 0. That's my hotkey to mute. Oh, fuck. Maybe sometimes I will just say 0, and that will be like a character trait. Chef's hat? Putting this on. Bam. There's also just money. Just free money. Oh, someone else is picking up all the money. I'm such a noob. I remember back in the day when someone called you a noob, it was the most offensive thing you could possibly be called. And I don't know why. It was just like, no, I'm not a noob. You're a noob. Alright, so this is the windmill with the grindstone. I think we can only do this one at a time. You put your flour in the top. You press the button. I don't know which one it is. Oh, I guess it's both. And then you go all the way down to the bottom again with your vessel. There we go. Years of experience all flooding back to me. I remember this being so tricky as well, and now that I'm an adult, I'm just like, well, I guess it's a couple buttons you have to press and stuff like that, but I guess at the time I didn't know how this worked, like in reality, so it really didn't help. Probably took me like an hour to figure it out or something. Right, so we got that. Now we got to find a cow and use bucket on cow. Wow, he's level 22. Yeah, here's cows. Try and find one that's not being shot at. Only dairy cows are suitable for milking, it says. Oh, have they changed that? Actually, I think I do kind of remember that changing. It probably changed like 20 years ago. I think the dairy cows are ones with like the bells around their neck. I don't think there's any that are there. So what's new in the latest update of Minecraft? The last thing I heard of was the copper being added, and whatever else they added for that as well. I think that was the something in cliffs. And I've not looked at Minecraft since. Wait, where's the door? I need the door. What was the other? Oh yeah, an axolotl that you can put in a bucket, because I drew a picture of that. Very cute. Any of these dairy cows? Oh, these are tethered. Dairy cow? Yes, we did it. Bucket of milk and an entire animation as well. No expense spared. Deep Dark update with new mob, the Warden. That sounds ominous. That was the last update. Well, I know it's not like, you know, my knowledge isn't the most recent. I just remember drawing an axolotl in a bucket. Caves and Cliffs was the last one. Deep Dark is this one. Okay. There's also going to be a lot of stuff that I just don't know as well. That should be everything for a cake, right? An egg, flour, milk. Yeah, pretty much. We don't need sugar. Sugar wasn't invented in RuneScape until 1826, when RuneScape 2.0 came out. Wait, no, it's not up the stairs. Apparently the Warden can kill with 2 hits with full netherite. I don't even know what that is. It's terrifying. Okay. I take it netherite is something that's better than diamond, or on par with. There was, yeah, one of the, like, I was doing like mods for Minecraft, and one of them was just like a world with spheres, but I did it, I generated the map and then I played it in the most recent update, and I think that had netherite. I have like played with it slightly, but yeah, that was still like Caves and Cliffs. There we go, that's all of the ingredients. Bam. 300 cooking EXPs. Wow. Level 5 cooking. What's down here? Some boots? Put those on. A cabbage? No. No thanks. A bucket? A jug. Wait, he stole my bucket. He took the whole bucket. I'm taking it back. My text bar just fills with zeros every time I need to cough. what is what is this funky music? Right, should we try Romeo and Juliet? I think there is a single ingredient that you need. Who is this guy? Lumbridge Guide? Greetings, adventurer. Oh, he's just he's a tutorial man. Where do I make money? Where can I find quest? See ya. Right, so usually with this, I suppose you would make money, wouldn't you? And then with that money, you would like buy armor and supplies and stuff like that. And then you would fight and grind for years. And then I guess you do like quests. But I kind of want to think of it the other way around. And I want to think of a quest, or find a quest, look at what I need, and get them progressively. And then do them. I mean, some of them will have combat in. I guess we just don't do those. Well, we don't do those right now. Being a babby level. Is it level 3? Yeah, I'm level 3. That's the lowest level you can be. The lowest combat level. And our highest level so far is cooking. Yeah, so you get a guide when you click on stuff. Oh, rune crafting. I forgot about this as well. So some runes you can only make through members. Chaos runes, nature runes as well. Okay, so the only way I'd be able to get those is buying them. The game is stuck. I am stuck. Help. Why is it stuck? Oh, it's because it's disconnected. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Where do we start? Where do we start? Is this... Yeah, here's Romeo. Let's see if it's this guy. What is to become of me and my darling Juliet? I cannot find her anywhere. Have you seen her? Well, no. But she's probably in her house. Juliet is my true love. Blah, 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 blah. We start the quest, yes. Where can I find her? Even though he just asked me that. Right, I think I know where it is. I think I know where she lives. Open the map. Can I zoom? Zoom and enhance. Is it here? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is over here. And then she's like on the balcony. Yeah. Right, she's giving me a message. I'm gonna just assume that that's for Romeo. Yep, this is how I do quests. I assume everything and read nothing. But luckily, I can always like refer back to this, can't I? I should take the message from Juliet to Romeo in Varrock Central Square. See? So good. I have a message for you. Fuck's sake. RuneScape humor. He thought it said affliction, not affection. Wow, he is a bit of a himbo, isn't he? Right, so go and see Father something. I know where the church is. I'm gonna guess it's that, right? Let me just, yeah, Father Lawrence. Find him at the church northeast of Varrock. So yeah, I know where the church is in Varrock. I used to come here all the time to pray. When my prayer ran out. Can you imagine if that's how it worked in real life? I guess some would argue it is. You have like so many prayer points. Is this the church? Yeah. Oh, I remember the names of the gods and stuff. Well, kind of. I remember that there was like 3. A light, a dark, and then like nature. Nature boy. Need to find the apothecary. Cadaver potion. Oh, as in like a corpse. Maybe Romeo will know where to find it. I think I know. Because they also make like strength potions. It's somewhere at the bottom here. That. Yeah. I thought it was over here. Near the pub. But I'll need the ingredients, which is a berry. I think if I play Minecraft as well, I might make it so it's like Babby mode. So that I don't lose stuff on death. Maybe. When I had Game Pass as well, I tried out Minecraft on that. Just for like a little bit. But I didn't get to anything new. Just kind of dug around the place. That's fair. I mean, kind of. it's kind of cheating as well, isn't it? Is it these? Cadaver berries, yeah. Yeah, you kill that rat. Elson, you do it. Level 9. What a pro. Nice name. But yeah, that's usually like the way I like to play it anyway. Whenever we have like private servers and there's just like a couple of us, I'll be like, yeah, we should probably just do that. It makes things a lot less stressful. and mob griefing as well. I've kind of gone the long way around here. Actually, there was a server that I used to play on quite a lot. I wonder if it's still up. I also wonder, there was a website, I think it was called tip.it. We used to just call it Tipit. I've gone too far. But I wonder if that's still up for this game. It probably is, because I remember it being really, like, the go-to place for this game. Like, if there was a quest that you had to prep for, you would just look at that and it would give you a list of like everything you need for the quest, including like the skill levels and stuff that you had to be, as well as like guides. Talk to apothecary. Need something specific? Can you make potions for me? Can you make potions for me? Strength, energy, or anti-poison? I don't know. None of these. This is like the only potion making you actually get in like non-members. Talk about something else. Talk about Romeo and Juliet. I need some cadaver berries. I hope you only need the one. Oh, good. Actually did only need the one. And then who am I giving this to? I guess Juliet, right? But then, is Romeo going to be so dumb that he doesn't realize that it was the plan all along? Yeah, it's Juliet. What a three-dimensional world. I remember first playing this, I would always have the camera at like different angles, just constantly. And then I realized you get lost a lot less when you just have it set so that it's always north. But you know, sometimes you wanna zoom in and see your fantastic chef hat and wonderful beard. Alright, I found this potion. And it makes you appear dead. And then they put you in a crypt. And then I guess you run away? I don't know. Or get married? Oh, a cutscene? He's in on the plot. Okay. Oh, she died. Might be more believable if you don't smile when you say that. Okay. I guess it is an occasion to all caps, isn't it? It would seem very suspicious to just have her dead on the floor next to me, a stranger, essentially. A stranger to the family. They're like, oh, what's happened here? Nothing? She just died for no reason. What's that you're holding? Nothing? Guess we tell Romeo? Yeah. Juliet's dead. Right, where's the crypt? Oh, I just go there automatically? Okay. It's pretty scary. Is it? It's quite well lit. Ugh. Does she need like something to wake her up? Oh. Romeo has gone for Philippa? Oh, great. He's already forgot about Julia. Okay. I don't remember that twist ending. Oh, 5 quest points just for that? Oh, you don't get anything else. Oh. I'm gonna say I don't remember what you would get from it. Witch's Potion, that's quite an easy one as well, I think. Although you might need ingredients for the potion. I suppose it's similar to the chef one, where we bake a cake. I think that I need like burnt meat though. And how do I get meat without fighting? Maybe if I go to like a real newbie place where they're just cooking meat. Oh, maybe if I just go to like the cow fields. Let's do that. It'll help if I take the chef hat off because I think it actually makes it less likely to burn stuff. Then I don't know what the other ingredients are. Have we got the money on me? Yeah. It'll probably be like Eye of Newt, which you get from a shop. I can't really think. Could probably bring up the info. Yeah, go on like tip.it. This is what I used to do as a kid. It was pretty much this and play Pokemon. And I was tempted to play Pokemon today as well. Maybe I'm just in like a very nostalgic mood. It was also because I got the controller working. And the D-pad is much better on the PS3 controller than on like the Xbox 360. So I was like, I could play like old Game Boy games. But I decided not to. It's that song again. Okay, I am just on, yeah, this tip. Rune tips, but it's still tip.it, like the URL. So what was it? Witch's Potion. Burnt meat, onion, rat tail, and an Eye of Newt. I think I can remember that. Maybe. I mean, it's only 4 things. The rat tail I think you get during the quest. Or something like that. It's going to give us magic EXP. Magical EXP. Click the icon below. Oh. Yeah, look, there's meat. Lots of meat. I'll just collect a few just in case I perfectly cook every single one. I've got to find a fire. Or make a fire. Oh, actually, there's ones here. Quick! Before it runs out. Oh, instantly. Can now make fruit blasts. Oh, shit. I've runned out. Oh, actually, we can put the chef hat back on. Got what we came for. Can we cook meat in a furnace? Wait, what if you just cook meat a second time? Would it then burn? If they haven't put that in, then they probably should. Because what if you're trying to do the quest and your cooking level is just like way too high? No, it's probably a thing.
Man_average says ahoy hoy, Welsh Doc Brown here. Just popped by in the DeLorean to tell you the Mr. Average is currently lurking and attempting a submarine build.
Oh,
He's
okay.
gone bonkers. Anyways, must be off. Cheerio.
Yeah, don't forget to put in the flux capacitor for him. Otherwise, he won't get good Wi-Fi. Yeah, look, you can make burnt meat. Okay. Perfect. We only need one. You can cook stuff on a cooking range. And I think that this one you can only use because of the quest. Because we did the quest. And it burns stuff less often. But, you know, we only need one. I think. I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%. But maybe. But yeah, welcome.
Man_average says well remembered there, I'll slip one into the reactor when he's making a brew. Welsh Doc Brown away.
You can make burnt meat too. Yeah, it's it's quite something. Quite the delicacy in RuneScape. Do I need anything else? I can put this stuff away. Was it like Eye of Newt, burnt meat, Eye of Newt, rat tail, maybe something else. Onion. Oh, let's get a weapon. The old dagger. Did I put it on the strength one? Yes. Although, if my skills get higher, I'll sort of want to equip the weapon, which means that I have to have attack skill up. Sir? Can you stop punching me to death? Thanks. What a guy. Let's look at the map, make sure I'm actually going the way I think I am. Draenor Village. Where's... Is it Remington? Rimington. Where am I now? Oh. And I think that there's onions in Rimington. I don't know how many I'll need. I'll pick up a few. An Eye of Newt. Ah, where do I buy that? Oh, I actually don't know. Let me consult my website. Eye of Newt can be bought in the magic shop in the docks in Port Sarim. I guess it's that one that looks like a rune. But does the music change in each area? Yeah, I also don't play like handheld games with the music on either. I remember people being like, "Oh, the music in this particular Pokemon town was amazing," and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Is that an eye? Yeah. One of those, please. Oh, wizard hat. How much are these? 2 coins? Give me all of them. Oh, you can only sell one. Man. Now we're a wizard. I don't know where you get the rest of the wizard stuff, actually. Oh, are these wizards gonna, like, try and kill me? No? Okay. I thought maybe... It's a jolly song. I think it's just changed to the Rimington song. The Rimington National Anthem. Yeah, these are onions. Let's grab a few. And the only other thing was a rat tail, wasn't it? Which I think is near the quest. Where is the quest? Oh, it's here. It even says... Oh, nice. Oh yeah, you're on mobile, yeah. Very true. Attack rat. Are these the ones that drop their tails? Maybe I have to be in the quest in order for it to happen. Look at this epic battle. A crazed man in wizard hat stabs knife into rat 10 million times, eventually killing it. Skill level so low that it took him ages to kill a rat. Yeah, I guess I have to have the quest active. I remember it being connected to the house though, where you kill the rats. Maybe that's just my memory failing me. Wow, she's she's quite a witch. I heard that you're a witch. I'm in search for a quest. Let's say that. Look at that nose. Yes. now we now we have to stab another rat. Bam. Yeah, rat's tail, okay. I mean, we've got everything now then. That was easy. Yes, I have found everything. You put it all into the cauldron. And then I have to drink from it? You drink from the cauldron, it tastes horrible. You feel imbued with power. Magic EXP.
Now we're a wizard. You're a wizard, Barry.
What can you actually do with wizardry? Oh wait, there's... okay. Oh my god, it's all coming back to me. So, I do quite like the magic in this game. Because there's something... like, there's normal magic, which is just what you start out with. And then there's members magics. One of them is ancient magic, which is like mostly... like combat based, but sort of interesting as well. But the thing I really liked was something called lunar magic, where you could do really dumb shit like bake a fucking pie. Or fill vials of water, and just really dumb stuff like that. Well, it also had like cure spells and stuff. What is this? Geomancy, what does it do though? Your plants? But yeah, like very much just about what's the word? Just like really handy magic spells. I think cure plants was to do with a different was to do with like farming. Plank make? Oh, I remember that. Just instantly make a bunch of logs into planks. Yeah, to me that's what magic should be, just like almost pointless stuff. Total level 50, wow, I've not done anything. I guess we start out with quite a high total level anyway, because everything's level 1. And we've got like 50 skills, so so yeah, I guess I only needed 1 onion. But I think that there's another quest where you need even more. Another quest that we might see if we can start. It was the one for getting across the desert. Is it here? Prince Ali Rescue. Yeah, I think it is that. But I think you need tons of stuff. Maybe instead we should start doing some skills or something. This tutorial island. Oh, there's a quest here as well. Imp catcher. Alright, so how do I make money not using the Grand Exchange? I guess it's just like sell things. Sell things to just NPCs, but they usually give you like fuck all. What if I sell on the Grand Exchange but don't buy. Yeah, that could work. Right, so this person here makes like dyes, and I think that I have to do that with these onions. Maybe I should bring up the quest actually, but I don't plan to do it right now. Oh yeah, you do need a lot of stuff actually. This is for the Prince Ellie rescue. Rope, wig, yellow dye, red berries, water, flower, ashes, pink skirt, 3 beers, clay and a bronze bar. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. But we may as well make the dye. Make some dyes for me. I would like yellow. Okay, yes. Right, that's done. I don't need this other one. I'll just drop an onion outside her door. Might do some fishing. Well, what the hell is this? What kind of hat is that? Oh, they're gone. It's like a crazy wizard hat. Right, so we have a small fishing net. Actually, I should equip the chef hat, because I do plan to catch some fish and also cook the fish. Cook the fish. If I can. Small fishing net. Is that for here? Small net fishing? I guess so. That was a decorative magic hat from Castle Wars. Castle Wars? I think I've played that. Or no, maybe I played something else. I'm really trying to remember remember all this stuff. There was definitely like a mini game that I remember. Oh fuck. We're being attacked by a dark wizard. No. Okay, maybe we're not gonna fish here. I guess that's the other problem with being like low level. Yes, it's really hard to see the fishing spots now as well. Maybe I need to like turn down the graphics. textures or something. Yeah, welcome, Tanny. You'd think it'd be in show more info. Oh, gameplay? You're planning on getting back into it. There's a new third-party client that makes things much more visible and has more quality of life, called Rune Light. Oh. Downloadable on the official website. So with that, when you're like looking at fishing spots, does it tell you what is available there and stuff like that? Because if so, that must be what they use on Steam. Because I was trying out Steam, but I couldn't like create a new account because it was linked to my Steam account. So I decided just to download the client from the website. Yeah, it highlights and shows the fish that are there. Okay, yeah. So I think that they do use that for Steam. For old school. What level are we? 4. Like, maybe I should try and get everything to 10. It's separate from the Steam client as far as you know, since it's technically third party. Yeah, but if they're happy for people to use it so much that they've put it on their website, they may have like implemented it into the Steam version. But I just know that on the Steam version, if you hover over a fishing spot, it tells you everything that's there. I only played it a little bit to sort of test it, but I do remember that. And when you cut down a tree, it has like a timer. I thought that it was just like, you know, the normal stuff. The Steam version uses some coding from the mobile version. Oh man, I didn't even think about this being on mobile. Makes sense though. That's like the beauty of having such a sort of like low intensity MMO, is that it's all about the game and not really about the visuals as much. And the visuals just have to show what is there rather than, you know, like impress you as such. I remember even at the time I was playing this as a kid, it wasn't good graphics then either. And I remember the devs pretty much saying that the reason the graphics aren't amazing is because they have to use, you know, a web browser. So it has to be Java, which is a real pain. RuneLight also has HD plugging that brings the graphics up to like 2011-ish levels. I kind of like the low poly. I don't really like when people put really high detail textures on like low poly models either. I think that looks really strange. But I don't know. Probably make it look quite tasteful. This guy skipped school daily in his young days. Wow. What a rebel. Ugh. Everyone's name is very strange. See, the only thing we used to talk about when fishing was someone would just now and again say fishing levels, and then everyone would just say random numbers pretty much. Some people would say like 1337. Some people would say like 8008. Just stuff like that. He's saying that for some reason, whenever he used to use the microwave, his internet went out. So that's a real thing because Wi-Fi and microwaves use the same bandwidth. So if you don't have a very well shielded microwave, it will interfere with your Wi-Fi. Right, is there a place nearby that I can cook these? Like, I'd prefer to do it on a range. I don't think there is in the village. What is this? Wine trader. Junk checker. What? Rope trader. Oh, that's where I get rope. Oh, wait. I'm just gonna go cook all of this. I don't have the patience to get to level 10 right now. Let's just try like everything a little bit. We've done, like, how many quests have we done already, actually? I think it's 3. 3 of the easiest quests, sure, but pretty quick. What is this button? Open store. Oh, no. Don't want that. All. This like cook all thing is really good as well. Does it continue after I press continue? Nope. The game still feels quite like it did back in 2007. There's been quite a few new updates. There's definitely new content to check out. Some of the quests look new. Let's look at skills, actually. Yeah, for all the available non-member skills, I think it all looks the same. Oh, but this is old school RuneScape, actually, isn't it? Yeah. That might be why. They do have Hunter. I remember when hunting came out. And my friend was doing it, and I was like, I have no idea what you're doing. But it looks strange. There is new map areas to explore as well as raids. Oh, let's have a look at the map. I've not really zoomed out. Also, a lot of this I also won't remember. I remember the desert. I remember you needed like water skins for a large portion of it. I don't remember a lot of this down here though. But yeah, I didn't have members very much because I was a babby. Yeah, I don't recognize a lot of this stuff. Soul Wars? Wasn't there a thing where they decided that this area here was going to be in the free-to-play, but Birthrope? Birthorpe. Birthorpe? Yeah, Birthorpe. And here's the wilderness. Yes, but in RuneScape 3 only. Okay. The wilderness, where everyone was scared to go. And if there was someone trash-talking you, you'd be like, yeah? Well, how about we go to the wilderness? It's like saying, how about we take this outside? That's when you knew shit was serious. I should be able to wield this. Although it won't really matter. There's also a full new continent to the west of the map. In RS3. Oh. In this as well. I remember Lunar Isle, that's, to do with the lunar magic. I don't know if it still is, but my main account was called Moon Mage. Because I was crazy about the lunar magic bullshit. It's like, oh, this is so cool. You can bake pies. Make logs. or make planks out of logs. What level is it for oak logs? Is it like 15? Yes, 15. So we use normal trees until then, I suppose. Although we could upgrade our axe before then, I think. Where is it? Here. Axes. Oh, I could already have an iron one. Yeah, steel, then black, then mithril. I guess I have to make my own. No, you can buy them, can't you? I just can't think of where. Yeah, maybe axe shop. Although the picture is a battle axe, that might also sell hatchets. Let's have a look here. Sword shop. Am I being attacked? Yep. Get away from me! Stay away! Not sure if you played when the Grand Exchange came into the game. I did, yeah. It was a real game changer. But I'm thinking for this of not using the Grand Exchange. But maybe still using it to sell. Because, like, I know that these logs are worth quite a bit of money when you start out if you sell them on the Grand Exchange, because they're just normal logs. Whereas I don't really know how to make money if I didn't use the Grand Exchange. It's like traditionally you would just be at a bank and say that you're selling certain items for certain monies. But if I do that now, it would seem just really odd standing at the Grand Exchange saying that I'm selling logs. Get away from me. Be aware that as a free-to-play player, you'll be restricted from trading and selling certain items until you reach 20 in-game hours, 100 total level, and 10 or more quest points. Okay. Probably close to those quest points. What's the restriction on the items? Is it stuff that's just like worth a certain amount of money? These willow? No, they're not. There's a list somewhere, but it's most early game stuff in an attempt to try and stop early game botting. I see. So maybe logs. Or I suppose whatever they had problems with. Botting is like such a strange thing to me. Like people have to make real money off of it, right? Otherwise it wouldn't really be a thing. So what, do people make in-game money and then sell that money for real money on some dodgy website? Is that the idea? Because if so, who's going to these websites and buying like game money off of someone that you don't even trust, really? Seems weird.
Man_average says you use the money to get the money by spending money.
Yeah? Look at this guy copying me. You'd be surprised, but there's quite an issue of gambling in RuneScape. Gambling? Gambling what? Let me just burn down this door. Oh, it won't let me. Can't light a fire here. So first you make the money, then you buy the money, then you play the game, then you get the GF. Is that how it works in RuneScape? You have people renting or buying maxed combat accounts to duel. Previously the dueling arena, now in PvP worlds. and stake hundreds of millions of gold. Okay. I mean, that's not too bad. The, renting and buying maxed accounts is the dodgy part of that. I don't mind people being like, you know, I'll put hundreds of millions of gold on the line. If you beat me, you pay me that and whatever. Because it's all in-game. It's a bit strange, but sure. If they run out, they turn around and buy more gold. Oh, okay. So it's people with gambling problems that are the people who are funding gold buyers. Or gold sellers, I should say. What level did we just get to? I'm half paying attention to the levels. We are level 10. Right, that one didn't want to light. There have been more than a couple of instances where someone has literally bankrupted themselves IRL doing RuneScape gambling. I mean, I guess gambling is gambling if you have the addiction. Doesn't really matter on the where your money is going as such, does it? Whether it's a casino or like an online betting site or whatever the hell. I've never liked gambling. It's never felt good to gamble stuff for me. I don't know if that's like just a different genetics thing or whatever, but it makes me feel ill when you have to like risk stuff. Doesn't feel good.
Man_average says scenario 1, he's hanging by his neck in his fucking closet. You want to know where Coop is? Just look for the most heinous, vile, and horrible exploitation of children on the planet. Scenario 2, Coop went to Disney World.
Coop? What?
What are you saying?
It's been some attempts to curb it down, but people always find new ways, I suppose so. RuneScape gambling, though. Man, that's something.
Man_average says that sounded better in my head. Basketball quote.
Coop? I don't remember someone called Coop in basketball. But I think I've only seen it like once.
Man_average says here's a duck to make you feel better.
Waits for duck. Oh, there we go. There's ducks in this game, actually. I remember Sam showing me and shooting them with like a bow and arrow. And I was like, great. Good job. Tekken, you have to go for... You have to go now, unfortunately. I'm reading that all wrong, but, you know, pretty much those words. But see you tomorrow for Minecraft. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. Have fun. Oh, we're level 10. Let's get a full inventory, sell it in the Grand Exchange, make lots of money. Lots of money. And then fuel someone's gambling addiction with like the 1k that we make or something. But that's quite a lot of money, like, early on, really. One of my earliest memories of RuneScape is being lost. I forget what the name of the place is called now. Yeah, Falador. Being lost near the sheep, just here in the middle of the screen. Just here. I know where it is now. Didn't at the time. I had no idea where I was. But someone there was like, if you want, you can shear these sheep and I'll pay you like so many gold per wool. And I was like, hell yeah, that's a lot of gold. So I probably spent like, probably only like a couple hours, but it felt like an eternity shearing sheep and getting rich, quote unquote. But I bet now that however much it probably wasn't much. I was just a noob. I didn't know what money was. But I was having fun. It's like, wow. It's like a real job. Just remember that you can't sell just yet. Okay, well we can find out.
Man_average says probably slightly less than the pelts were worth.
It was probably a lot less. But I don't know. He might have been like a decent individual and was just like, I'm just gonna go to the place. I'm just gonna pay them a fair amount. It's not a very good way to get them, but I suppose he needed, or she needed like 10 million of them. They didn't do any work. They were always just standing there. Just like, yep, I need even more. And there was like a couple of people at like level 5 or whatever level we were. Like, yeah, here boss, we'll get him. I think there's more sheep in the game now. Like, I don't remember sheep being here. But you can shear these. Yeah, you can. Right, let's go check out the Grand Exchange. I should probably kill these whenever I see them.
Man_average says back to your turnips, peasant.
Yeah, it pretty much was that. Okay, it teleported away. I suppose he may have, like, switched servers and was asking people in multiple, well, worlds. Is that what they're called? Worlds? And then switching between them and being like, right, how many you got? But then he must have... No, I don't think he did switch, because you'd then have a full inventory, wouldn't you? You'd have to go to the bank. So you probably don't want to be doing that with, like, a lot of people. He probably wasn't even that high a level. Probably like level 10. Maybe... Maybe they were middle management and there was someone who had hired them to do that. And there was multiple of them. One of those middle managers in every world. Oh, that would have been good. The world of RuneScape. Before the Grand Exchange, there was a lot of creative stuff like that. Let's clear my chat of my hotkey. If I take off numlocks, oh, it doesn't mute the mic. Well, I guess we just have to type 0. Or I could change the hotkey, but I don't want to. I'm used to that.
I'm old and stuck in my ways.
Yeah, there was something I wanted to try out. I don't quite remember how you do it. Was it like... Oops. Wave. Oops. Blah, 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 blah. No. Does anyone know? How you make, like, the fancy text? Oh, this, I remember this being a good place to fish. Lure and bait, so that's feathers and bait. We definitely can't do that yet. Yeah, this is the Grand Exchange up here.
The Grand Exchange.
Talk to James. He's not a real boy. Wait, is it this one? Let's see if we can sell these. That seems fine. Wait, they have fees? What? The fee is typically 1%. Oh, okay. Or 5 million, whichever is lower. Oh, oops. Cancelled out. How do I not look at this? Oh, there we go. Right, it seems to sell these fine. It is 1k as well. No one wants them. Do a bit of mining. Yeah, there's the pickaxe. So yeah, that's fire making and wood cutting over, well, level 10 or over. I'm gonna try a bit of mining and smithing. I don't know the best place for this, so I'm just gonna go to the closest. Is there a place in, like, Edgeville? No. Oh, there's a furnace, but I don't know if that's members. Yeah, there's little mining spots down here. Yeah. If there's clay, I know that I need that for one of those quests. Can I close this? Oh, I can. Even more full screen. So is this one clay? That's iron. There's... yeah, that is clay, isn't it? Yeah. There's tin, but no copper. Right, I might go to the other side. Why did I stop mining? I guess he stole it from me. What is this? Go away. Oh, it's a doggo. Oh, he's got loads of fleas. Should we pet him? Even though he's got loads of fleas. Kind of expected it to say something like, you now have fleas. Good job. Bye, doggo. Oh, is he my friend? Oh, he's not my friend for very long, huh? So that dog is probably like 30 years old. Think about that.
No, don't kill me.
Yeah, so this has both. Look at all this floor texture. Back in my day, it was just smooth. I think iron would be level 15. Yeah, sort of the same as oak. Oh, and essence. Oh, I remember essence. You can just do it straight away after Rune Mysteries. I'm guessing is a quest. The hell? There's stuff here I do not know. You can mine soft clay at level 70, even though normal clay is level 1. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't know. Runite doesn't say members, so I'm guessing there's still a deposit, which I think was in the wilderness, so people could just come and kill you. It's always fun. Unless you went out there, mined like 2. Because you keep 3 things upon death. So if you've got your pickaxe, mine 2 and then just like return home. It doesn't seem like a very economical way to do it, but at least you won't lose anything. Or just buy it on the Grand Exchange. What is this? Clue Geode. Okay, well, I'll open it once I get this rock. You open the geode and find a clue scroll. Oh, I remember these. Talk to Charlie the Tramp in Varrock. Alright, I'll go do that. I'm going to drop this piece of clay so that I've got an even amount. I think I only need 1. I think it said soft clay. Yeah, soft clay and a bronze bar. And then a bunch of other stuff. Got an adamant pick. Oh, what a name. I think we saw him before. The beginner clues are a way for free-to players to get used to how clues work. They have some unique items worth a good bit of cash, but the normal rewards are fairly low value. Okay, is it stuff just like a sapphire or something? I don't know. But you know, it's a bit of fun. I know that in RuneScape 3, they have a thing where all of your like tools can be put onto a tool belt, and I think that that's quite a good idea. So that if you need a hammer or a chisel or, you know, all of those little things, it's just sort of always on you. And I think you can do the same with your pickaxes and like hatchets. And then you sort of replace it as you upgrade it. What level are we? 6? Wow! And our total level is actually pretty high. I say pretty high, I mean like it was 50 not too long ago. Did you say that we had to get to 100 to have like full... Let me just scroll up. Yeah, 100 total level, yeah. And 10 or more quest points. I don't think we're too far from the quest points either. Oops. I'm pressing stuff in OBS. I'm trying to mine in OBS. Because I have the windows like pretty much the same size, so that the UI fits around it quite nicely, for me anyway. But it sometimes tricks me. Right. So where would we... Yeah, I guess to Lumbridge. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bank it, and then we're going to have a look around Varrock. I suppose we could do it twice. Maybe 3 times, so that we have level 10 mining. And then see how much we get for smithing. I don't think you get a lot for smithing, though. And I'll probably just make like a bunch of iron... Well, not iron, copper daggers, or just something useless. It is quite a different experience playing this with the music on. I suppose when I was a kid, though, I probably would have listened to my own music. So grab this. Who was it? Talk to Charlie the Tramp. I don't know who that is. Not them. I know that this like lower part, it's quite a lot of NPCs. Maybe he'll be in the pub. Either that or on the streets. Level 2? That's weird. How is he level 2? I guess they're all just like one level lower. Oh, here he is, yeah. Please, sir, can you help me? What can I do for you? I really need a pike. Cooked by you. What? I can't do that. I can't do that yet. I am just a noob. Oh, is this where we get staffs as well? Staves. It is. 1.5 for a Staff of Air. So if I get a Staff of Air, it means that I don't have to use air runes. Wow, look at everyone doing, I guess, high alchemy. I think that's what it is. Right, more mining. But did I want to check? No, it wasn't here, was it? It was, yeah, it was in Lumbridge, the axe shop. I do want to check that. So what I'll probably do is do some mining, and then I can teleport down. Because it's free to use the Lumbridge home teleport. What is this symbol? Members only? No, that's not what the symbol is. Yeah, one of the problems with early smithing as well is that it takes 2 ore to make 1 bar, so maybe you don't get much for smithing because of that. Whereas with like cooking and fire making, yeah, it is called fire making. It is 1-to-1. God, everything attacks me. I am just a humble noob, and everything tries to kill me. Right, so after this, I probably need to check that Minecraft is like installed properly. It's been a while. Right, if I look at smithing, I don't remember if you can make hatchets and pickaxes. No, you can. So if I were level 16, I could make an iron axe. It would help me cut down wood. The way this guy moves, he moves to this exact square every time. How can you tell if someone's definitely a bot? Yeah, you can report. But then if he was a bot, why would he be like level 38? Very suspicious. Unless it's an account that someone has made and then has automated with like macros and stuff. And then they plan to like just sell the account afterwards. Wow, this rock. I do remember like random events as well, which I guess were designed to kind of mess with bots. So like if you were mining, a drunken dwarf would just come up behind you and ask you to talk to it. And if you don't, I think that they end up attacking you and actually killing you. Did they get rid of those? I guess they're pretty rare. Oh, he's off. So if he comes back and stands on the exact square again, then he's probably a bot. Probably. What is this? All these new buttons. Or does that just keep the EXP counter up? Yeah, I'm okay with that. Set up EXP. Ooh. Oh, here you can set goals. Okay. Mining. Goal. Set to level 10. Save. Alright, let's see if he goes back. He did. But now he's going somewhere else. That was weird. No, I don't know. That seemed a bit weird. That's that seemed like human error. Oh, I don't know. Oh, so this is going to be like a countdown. I see. And a progress bar. Yeah, so I've smelted and crafted every single like copper bar that I've made. So I'm gonna get to exactly level 10, or pretty much it'll have to be an even number. And then I'll smelt it all and see if it's the same. See if it also gets me to level 10. Or maybe more. Or less. This keeps disappearing though. Wait, no, that's counting up. For fuck's sake. I'm confused. Is it just telling my total next level at? Yeah, that's just my total. shoes is that guy wearing? Oh, I think they're the frog feet. The classic frog feet. I remember there's like a whole set. I don't remember what you get it from though. Whether it was a random event or something else. Right, is there like still emotes in this? Yeah, there is. So I remember there was a random event that shows you a bunch of emotes. Yay. Having a little cheer. Yeah, I probably shouldn't run with a full inventory. Because it goes through your, like whatever this, the running juice. It goes through it much quicker. It depends on your weight. Which I think you can check somewhere. Yeah, here. 2 kilograms. With just the pick. Right, I think I remember who sells pickaxes. I think it's a dwarf in the mines. The mines. Oh. Here we go. Exactly. Level 10. Get out of here. Drawing circles on the ground. Actually, I should smelt this 1 bar first. Oh, but there's not, there's not actually an anvil here. So I can smelt the bars, but I can't make them into anything yet. I know that there's one back up in Varrock. But maybe we go over to Malador? No, that doesn't have one either. Oh, but Falador does have a closer smelting thing to a bank. Okay, maybe we go there anyway. Because that's where the mine is. I think there's an underground bit that connects within the city. It's pretty far away. That's what magic is pretty good for as well, is you can teleport to like most major cities if your magic level is high enough. Let's get rid of this extra weight. Yeah, thinking about it, the refined bar would actually weigh less than the ore it was made from, because you're taking out all the crap. But like it doesn't feel right, does it? Because you would think that a solid bar is just gonna be heavier. But when you think about it for just a couple seconds, you realize that that isn't true. Look, ducks. Level 1. And also people that are trying to kill me. Level 5. Wait, this guy's wearing a mask. The Scream mask. Right, I need half, which would be 14. Yeah. So I'm going to have exactly 2 inventories worth, because when I was mining, that's when I picked up that clue. And then the problem is, it's that if I go somewhere, I'm going to need a hammer as well to like forge these bars into something. They should just put anvils wherever there's a furnace. Because in the real world, you're going to have to actually heat up the metal in order to shape it. You can't just shape it on an anvil and nothing else. Unless you're really strong and you can like press... you can like press the metal so hard that it liquefies it. Oh, it always gets 6. 7. So it's like 6.25. Or 6.2. Per smelt. With the Grand Exchange as well, you could... Oh, I guess it's not like loads of EXP. But you could buy the raw materials, refine them into the bars, and the bars would sell more because it's like a bit of a chump job. But it's kind of like free EXP. Just not very efficient. For the time. Yeah, for the time or effort. It's not very efficient. Where is my hammer? I guess I didn't get one. Oh, these are sold. We're rich. We're 1,000 because we've got 1,000 gold. I'm gonna have to actually buy a hammer. Right, I just noticed something as well that I want to check out after I bought this. Yeah, they do sell them, okay. They also sell chisels, so I may as well buy one. And shears. Very useful for when I need them. But yeah, this barber's pole is spinning, and there's something here, which I guess is the power source. Yep. It's a little rat in a wheel. I have never noticed this. Why have I never noticed that? I've noticed that there's a barber pole and that it spins. I don't know, I don't think I ever thought, oh, it must be probably a rat in a wheel or something, you know? I'm not actually going to take all of them. I might take my money as well. See if I can buy a pickaxe. And then go into the mines. Hope that they have... Oh, look at all these guys. These have got to be bots, haven't they? They're all default man 5000, and they're all the same level. They all have a pickaxe, sorry, a hatchet in their hands. Look at that! Like, it's so obvious. Unless, of course, they're a clan. And their whole deal is that they're all level 16, have similar names, which are just random letters and numbers, and do nothing all day but fill vials with water. I mean, it's not impossible. Just very improbable. Alright, where is this? Is it here? Dungeon? It might be. But like this is connected to like this mining site up here. And then somewhere in there there should be a dwarf that sells stuff. And maybe an anvil. Is this the party room? I think that's the party room. I'm starting to remember like really old stuff about RuneScape. Yeah, it is the party room. Got Party Pete. Like, there used to be a place where if you were caught like cheating, oh fuck, like cheating in some way, they would put you in like a void, and then you could buy a token to go and see those people just in prison. Because they had to stay in there for like however long. And then those tokens, they were tradable. And then the tokens became like extremely rare when they stopped doing it. Okay, so there is an anvil. Can I make nails? No. Wow, we only get like 12.5 EXP. Can I make arrows? No. No nails or arrows. Those would sell quite well. Everything else is kind of useless. And the only reason this is making more per time is because it's using multiple bars. So what level is it? 6. Almost 7. Yeah, very almost 7. Is he up here? Is this the general store? I don't know where the guy is. Tickets. Trade dwarf. Yeah, this is the general store guy. But I'm gonna equip one of those. Make a little bit of money. Not much. And then this, yeah, this is the pick guy. How much are these? 140? I'll take it. How much is this one? 500? Maybe. How much is this one? 1,300? Oh, fuck. I should have just bought the mithril. You can only use it at a certain level, but it would have been better. Okay. So, should we go back to Barrock? Is there another way out as well? Mining shop. Map link. Oh, this is the mining guild as well down there. I got no idea what this is. I don't actually know. Is it like that volcano place? No, that's a different place, isn't it? Right, we're out. What a banger. Oh, it's over. And we're out. Yeah, so a mithril pick is 1,300, but I bet if I buy it on the Grand Exchange, it's probably like half that. Maybe even less. I'm gonna have a look. But my original idea was, what if I just make everything I use but then the idea of like actually smithing a mithril pick before I can use a mithril pick sounds real painful. Yeah, the same for like the hatchets as well. Because I can already use steel, can't I? Maybe I should have bought a steel pickaxe instead of an iron. Is it level 10? Or is it level 10 for black and steel is... yeah, 6. I'm gonna say 5. Oh, for some reason these are like 1 on the end. Dragon pickaxe, 3rd age pickaxe. Infernal with... You need smithing as well. Does it smith what you... what you dig? Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this I don't know. Right, let's have a look. So, buy mithril pick. Wow, it's like nothing. It's 1,000 off. Pretty much. Right, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. Oh, and it bought straight away as well. But also, mithril axe? Really cheap. Like iron axe and stuff is probably not worth it. I may as well stick with what I've got. Until myth. Is there anything else? Oh, maybe a weapon. Mithril scimitar. Yeah, also cheap. So I managed to buy all 3 of those for the price of just cutting down a couple of normal logs. Back in my day. Wait, I've only got 4 of these left? Oh, like, I guess it's nowhere near the same. But if I get to 15... Oh no, because I'll need smithing 15 as well. But that's kind of where the grand exchange comes in as well. Like, if I can mine iron, I may as well mine iron and sell it, and then buy what I would use to smith with, because it's probably similar, but you know, sort of cheaper. It would definitely be cheaper per ore. Right, we're level 7. One's full helm and throwing knives. Oh wait, I didn't use them all. That's a lot of noise. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it here for tonight. Sell some stuff. I might come back to this now and then. like this account is just for this. And I managed to name it the same thing, which is quite nice. But that is pretty much 3 hours of very early RuneScape.
Man_average says enjoyed your old school damage. Take care, my mans.
Thank you very much. Yeah, let's put that away. Stand here with my new pickaxe, ready to go mining again. But another day. It'll be Minecraft tomorrow, because I extended the Minecraft thing, and it was just 130 to go. Instantly got filled. So yeah, playing some Minecraft tomorrow. But goodbye for now. Have a good one. Everyone take care. Thanks for watching. Bye bye bye. See ya. Bye.